Hi guys, welcome to this video. I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna experiment. I saw something online that I said I wanna try this out. Super F7. I have myself a template in VirtualBox. Let's clone this, and this is going to be ArcoLinuxD, an experiment on ArcoLinuxD. I need to get it, my ArcoLinuxD thing. So let's go and sync the file that I need. The newest version that will be shortly on the market, ArcoLinuxD 21018. Go get me this. So syncing with Google Drive it is, or OneDrive. Both of them are possible if you have paid for InSync. So that's a way to sync your stuff to the cloud, and then never mind if you break the system or the system doesn't boot up anymore. Everything is in there in the cloud. Been playing around with some settings, changing things up, not going dark as I usually do, standard thing, but going a little bit wider. And this thing will need to give me the ISO, so the download will come. Now the rising, that's what it's called. Control Alt, let's do Firefox, F, ArcoLinux forum.com. So tips and things, you say, hey, I'm gonna share this with Eric, go ahead. We have here quick links, active topics, and I hope to find it like this. Autoricing script from ArcoLinuxD from Darknet Matrix, so one of the core members, says, look at this. I found something, just found on the net, github.com, and warning, use this autorizer at your own risk, so we will install it, sure, on, VirtualBox. Now we take a look at this thing and say, oh, that looks nice, a script that installs my setup. So people are inventive. I create my ArcoLinux Nemesis script to run after every clean installation, and he is, let's give him a name, right? Salil, or maybe let's have a look if there's a name. No, we can't know. Maybe we know if we sign up. Anyway, we have an autorizer and with 4 repositories, so this is it. ArcoRice, autorizer, autoscript for ArcoLinuxD. The .files for ArcoLinux, Ubuntu Rise. So he's into automating his system, his operating system. So this is actually written for ArcoLinuxD, so we read. Okay, to make life easier, that's why we script, right? To make life easier. There's a personal config I see here, up features there. GNOME, okay, GNOME as fallback. BSPWM to have fun. If BSPWM fails, you have a fallback. Always a good idea to have a fallback, even on Windows. I often put on an ArcoLinux version on a Windows 10. So if the user says my Windows crashed, I just boot into ArcoLinux and get its data. I've tested this on, should work, large based, extra stuff, fresh installation, without NVIDIA, so we won't do that. Bluetooth support, laptop network, so we'll select everything. We need to select GDM and BSP and GNOME. We do everything like this, and then we're going to install the autorizer. Right, clear. Fine. How's my download? Oh, not yet there, are you? Let's see at the sync. Yeah, I'm also, that's my mistake, I'm also syncing all my images, all my wallpapers. That really is my mistake. So not only is he going to get the 1 GB ISO, but it's also getting all of this 300,000, no, 3,500 wallpapers. So the wallpapers are coming in, and I suppose the ISO is at the end, and he's getting them all in. So maybe I better just pause the video here and wait till everything is there. And let's see, I think I'm recording. Alright, I'm recording. And let's hide this thing. Alright, so the ArcoLinuxD is in, Oracle is there, ISO is here. Did I download the wrong one? Shared cord, this one. Okay, cool. The D version. The D version, I feel, has the most future in the sense that it gives you the most freedom possible. One of the things, it starts already here. If you have a problem booting up, if the first line doesn't work, take the second line and see if the no mode set helps you anyway. You can always take a look at ArcoLinux.com. There's an article on there, and with a tab or sometimes an E, you can actually type things in here, right? And say to the kernel, forget about APIC, I think, no epic or something like that, and see if that works. That's debugging for your personal hardware, right? Normally 90%, if not 99%, first line should work just fine. But yeah, it's never 90, it's never 100%, right? In the 90s. And then you say, why me? Why me? So, ArcoLinuxD. The thing is, ArcoLinuxD can become a super minimal thing. Don't click anything inside ArcoLinuxD and nothing gets installed. So you have a bare ArcoLinux version with probably too much packages because, right, ArcoLinux starts with a very bare ISO, and you need to add more and more and more. We need to provide drivers for so many hardware out there, so there are more drivers on your system that you need. But eventually it is a very bare thing with only 7 ArcoLinux packages, like wallpapers and stuff like that. Termite, I mean, those two can go. So you have a choice, Linux kernels, Linux LTS and so on. Let's skip everything except what he told us, and he told us to have Bluetooth. Laptop support is not needed. It's a desktop network. Don't remember if he wanted those guys. Not sure about Samba, probably not. And printing support, well, it's a virtual box, right? So Bluetooth, network, sound, fine. Next, he was using GDM in his exercise, all right? And then loves BSPWM and loves GNOME. So GDM and GNOME is a good match. SDDM, Plasma is a good match. And LightDM is just a good match for everything. Okay, so this one, basically I just do not open them. Somebody asked me, what should I select in JWM, right? It's everything until you know what PyChem stands for, what phase and D menu. If you don't use it, you don't install it, but you can select everything and say, all right, don't want those. So it's super freedom. It's the way you want it. So GNOME, everything, BSP, WM, anything. And I believe there is a GNOME Extra. You can say, no, never mind the GNOME Extra. Take a look what's in there. It's a lot of... ArcoLinux provides groups or meta packages, and it provides not one thing, not GNOME Extra. No, it provides a group of packages. It's a folder with a lot of applications in it. It will all be installed. And the GNOME Extra, for instance, has a lot of games. And if you don't want all these GNOME games, you don't install these. But it contains also important things as well. So it's up to you. Google ArcoLinux GNOME Extra group, and you'll have a list of all the elements in there. Decide to install it. So since it's really a VirtualBox, I don't want any games and stuff like that, and we'll be fine. So development and so on, blah blah blah, right? Anything you like, and that's the fun. That's the part where you can always immediately select, I want this, I want that. And this is something we do, the developers of and the beta testers of, to communicate with each other, to look something up, to make a screenshot, to compare, and so on. Stuff we need to develop. That's the minimum we'll install on a new system that we're going to develop. And we still have things to develop. Cool, right? No swap. The latest, the newest, swap to file. If you want to do that, try that. But this guy has 26 gigabyte of RAM. I mean, right? Who needs it? Well, yes and no. This is a VirtualBox, right? Not the real thing. But it's just choices. And now the rising. Ooh, right? But Control F, right Control F. Let's just go up here and pause here. No need to wait this out. That's the button. Pause. All right, our experiment can continue. Let's see. I need to hide the window again. Restart and full screen. And of course boot from here. And we are off. The git clone. I have it open on my other computer. So mirror update. Let's follow exactly as stipulated on the website. Mirror, fine. You know the drill with mirror these days. Not sure if that's gonna work, so I'm gonna stop already there. But I'm gonna check out. Mirror list for me is Osbeck, which is super. So I'm not gonna change anything. For me, that's the fastest server around. You try that. Then it says update. Well, we will get a little bit in. It's a fairly newly created ISO. So there you go. And then enable our GDM. Yeah. Make init CPO busybox is doing this. I'll have to wait for it. So with these lines you'll see which kernel I have. Boot, init, RAM, file system, Linux. Not Linux LTS, not Linux Zen, not Linux hardened. Linux. And don't worry about the warning, possibly missing firmware for module. Don't care about it, don't stress about it. It's all good. Can install these packages from AOR, but no result in my case anyway. Improvement or worse. Always takes long if this happens. Just wait. There is some amount of patience involved in computers, and some of us really do not have any patience with computers. They yell at it, they hit on it, they throw it away. Finally. So, sudo systemctl enable LightDM, GDM, right? Type the one you have installed, if chosen. And then it says reboot. Okay, but I think we better stay in here. Git clone, and then https :// it's think coming from github.com, and then we have the name. Somebody has a name. salil-sudo. So salil-sudo / autoricing. Let's get it in. So that's so handy, eh? You have everything available. If you got internet, you have it. ls, here it is, cd autoricing. Go inside ls, and then it says autoricing. Yeah, well, a tip maybe for the developer: you can actually execute, make it executable, this thing, and if you download it, it will look like this, green, and we just have to type autoricing. And off it goes. He mentioned us some errors, and if there was some conflicts, well, which is normal in ArcoLinux or ArcoLinux. So he says install everything, but everything is skipped, meaning everything is already there. Just to check to be sure, I guess. And we choose GTK or KDE, or we have to choose. So I'm gonna go for default. This is installed. So GitHub bin is coming in, Umix icon. So I never done this, I've never tried this, right? It's just me following along. Spotify, yeah, true. Systemd Manager likes to have that as well, although it's I think it's more a Plasma thing. Okay, wallet is there, some stuff. No, libraries, the libs, Python stuff. Another bunch of Python things. This goes too quickly to read them. A lot of TTF is fonts. Fire code, I think. Do we have that? And Joy Pixel is also new. In the end, I always tell you guys, in the end is choosing your Lego blocks. ArcoLinux has the advantage of AUR. Otherwise it would be not that much fun, I think, right? That's a personal opinion, of course. There is so much out there on the internet that's not included on the ArcoLinux repos. And choosing the blocks from ArcoLinux, from AUR, combining it together, mixing it, things coming from Debian, things coming from Red Hat, from SUSE, all places, and you get a system that you say, I'm gonna stick around and use the combo of ArcoLinux, ArcoLinux, of just Arch, of just Arco. You can't do just Arco. There's always ArcoLinux, ArcoLinux. Allez, 301. Almost there. Now these things takes time. There we go again. Make init CPU. What else can we still read? Satura is there. Xclip. Flatpak is there as well. Maybe it's Pamac all. Maybe it's not. This is as much a surprise for you as it is for me. So that's the fun. All right. Patience. In the meantime, I'm going to read on my other screen here. Post installation. It says there will be some package conflicts, for instance, ROFID menu. I haven't seen anything conflict yet, so you know. After logging into BSPWM, you can press Alt-Shift-H, Alt-Shift-H, okay, which will pull up a helper manual to get you started with basic key bindings. Have to change the function keys to suit your keyboard layout. And that's there. Default wallpaper is there. Almost done, I see. And then some information about Python. Here is Python. Maybe now the conflicts will come. It's not done installing. Starship, what is that? Starship? What are we doing here? Python pip. Alright, so these are the things extra from AUR. Keys to import, I will run into problems. I do not live in a proper land. Key server received failed, server indicated a failure. I know that already. More stuff. Oh, we're done. So the things up there that I can't see anymore now, so we'll just sudo reboot and see what we get. So stuff from the AUR was not installed. I wonder if we need to do a scal. So this is that. This is, where are you? Here you are. So let's first enter what? GNOME. your GNOME applications. Satura is there. So choices, right? Takin, Talil, sound recorder, Git Fiend is there, but also Git Ahead, Git G, Git Kraken. Oh, 4 of them to manage Git things. Some games. I thought I deselected those games, but probably after the scripts everything goes in again. Anyway, so that's pretty normal, I guess. Let's log out. Eric, where is log out? Here it is. Log out and go BSPWM. Here, there. Okay, got it. I'm not a GDM user, obviously. All right, we have something. We have a toolbar. Fonts are a little big for me, but hey, who knows? Alt-Shift-H. Was it not Alt-Shift-H? Alt-Shift-H. Alt is this, Shift is that, and H is here. Okay, right mouse click doesn't do a thing. Control-Alt-T, Super Enter, Super Shift Enter, Control-Alt-Enter, Control-Alt-Enter. Keypad. I'm out of key ideas to get a terminal. How about Super Shift D, the D menu? Super D, Super E, Super R, R, and so on. Okay. Control F2. Ooh, look at that. So where am I? I'm here. CD. No, not in the autorizer. I'm going to the .config. In BSPWM. Oh, that's wrong. Control Z is not going to work, I guess. No, I have to type it again. Enter, ls. CD, BSPWM, ls. Scal. Ah, doesn't know Scal. Wait. Present working directory is BSPWM, and in there is something. And where is the SXHQD? The SXHQD is in the folder. SXHQD. Okay, fine. Now I get it there. ls cds, the sexy hotkey demon. That's how we call it, joking, but it is interesting. So alt return st. Alt return. Not working, but then again, maybe I don't have it. So Control F3. Not what I wanted. Whoa. I'm not in my system. Control F3. That's not responding. Okay. Control X. I'm out of here. Sudo Pacman -s. I'm gonna get my ArcoLinuxD rather than the official one. Oh yeah, ArcoLinux DWM, and then this is all related to DWM, and ST should be in there somewhere. It's a strange way how this thing works. Okay, ST is working, can't open display, fine. So right Control F3, there it is, and Super Enter, was it Super Enter, Super T? ST should work. I've installed it, and I forgot again, I think the key binding, Alt return, Alt, Eric, Alt. Control F3, Alt, Enter. Wow, we have a terminal. Okay, and from here I can do whatever I want, right? I can boot up to an R like this as well. And off we go, off we experiment more and more and more with the system. Rising is something personal. You like the color or you don't like the color. You may want the fonts to be smaller. Now the autorizer here, remember some things were not installed. So open with Nothing really good in my eyes, but hey, that's the personal choice. Always, there is always choices. No way around it. Everybody doesn't like the same editor. So this guy, you need to learn it. LibreOffice Writer. Let's open it with text editor. So this is the first thing I've learned. ST. I've installed ST from our own version, so ST looks good. And we have Alt D. Okay, Alt D. There you are. Now I have some menus. Alt D. And Alt Escape is killing things. Not gonna kill anything. Brave should be installed. Alt B. And Brave is there. And so it goes on and on and on and on, right? You need just to Alt C. Let's have a look what the calculator. Ooh, what's this? Alt C. This should be Alt C. Okay. So 2 plus 2. Oh, damn it. Incredible, right? A calculator. ST and Calc E PC. Fine. Ranger is there, Nautilus is there, Spotify CLI / all scripts. So there are some scripts in there, Spotify info, and you get from other people's setup the things you like. If you say, hey, I like that script, or just for learning scripts, also a good reason to read about other person's scripts is just to learn how to script. And here are the scripts, wallpaper, SH, and so on. So much more. Let's kill some stuff. This is really getting too small. How do I kill stuff? Alt Q? No. Alt Shift Q? No. Super Q? No. Super Shift Q. This Alt Shift H was a helper. Don't see it pop up. Well, I'll kill it this way. This one I can't kill, unless, maybe, no, exit is 0. Right mouse click, no. This will kill, if I kill this, Control C, it will kill my tuner, don't need it. So, X backlight is here, Shift BSP, backspace, shut, whatever it does. Focusing, all kinds of things to focus, pre-select, move, resize. So yeah, there you go, guys. An experiment. You can always learn from others, and that's fun. And remake things, change them again the way you think you should make it. Or in my case, I would think maybe I'll get my own BSP WM in, and so on. Or melt it. An interesting application. Melt to compare our config with the other config and easily click left to right what you want to add, and that's also a good idea. Oh, okay, nice, working. Memory, nothing to click, nothing happens when we click. You can sometimes add actions to it if you want it. I saw something about the background. This is doing something. Alt N. Really would like to have the knowledge how to quit things. I found it. A. QWERTY, QWERTY keyboard. AZERTY and QWERTY. So the A for me is quitting things. Control T is lacking in my eyes. Just personal choices. Alright, enough for me to conclude, I think. So go be free, I would say, and find out what you like to do. And learn from others, and that's basically, if I'm being honest, the way I create i3. i3 is, as a standard i3 configuration, is very blank, very poor, and it was really a hate-love relationship. Opening it, running it, saying what the hell, I can't do anything. And well, reading other people's configs, concluded that I was missing a lot of things. And I added lines and lines and lines, and I went with the i3 config to Linux Mint, and then to Ubuntu, and then to Solus, and then to Manjaro, and so on. And I took the i3 config with me all of the time, and it all worked everywhere, which is great, right? You have your own config that moves around Linux. and comes back to the system you like and you stick with, and everything is inside one great big configuration. Of course some packages, but that's the point. Gather intel from GitHub, from GitLab, from GitHub Bucket and all these elements, and start reading scripts, even though you say it can't make any sense of it. Start reading scripts and it will make sense in a few years. All right, cheers.